It's showtime.
Hello, ladies and degenerates. To say it's been way too long is a tremendous understatement. But as Agent Stone from the second Sonic movie would say,
He's back!
yup, after a year of not touching the game whatsoever, I have finally returned, in case my previous video didn't make that clear. And, oh, Jesus Christ, I missed out on a lot. Seriously, where did Keanu learn how to do that? Regardless, you know why we're here. So let's stop beating around the bush, and let's get to exploring the many battlesuits of Theresa Apocalypse, the self-professed world's #1 cutie. And jobber. Okay, blow. As per usual, just know that this video is supposed to be a half comedic, half serious personal take on what every single battlesuit in the game says about the people who like to use them. So don't take everything I say all that seriously, basically. Regardless, I think it's about time we get this started already. This has been a long time coming enough as it is, so let's not delay this any further. Let's go. Valkyrie Pledge. The first Theresa battlesuit, and the only technically playable way of playing as Callum with a nun outfit. Seriously, you Callum sims. What you've been looking for and asking for ages has been right here since the game's release. Now, I also know what some of the long-time viewers who have been watching this series for the past 2 years must be thinking. If you actually main White Comet outside of the early game, you're clinically insane. This battlesuit, like White Comet, is meant for newbies to the game, so that pretty much sums up those that main her. You're either freshly hatched, or you're the goddamn Joker. Okay, do I have to keep repeating myself with the B-rank Valkyries? Alright, so if you main Valkyrie Chariot, you're just new to the never mind. You should probably get the drill by now. But nah, I'm actually not going to say that. And that's because, once upon a time, this battlesuit actually used to be really solid thanks to the Oath of Judah weapon. Trust me, it used to actually be relevant back in the day. So much so that this is where the little funny meme of Judah being the Valkyrie and Theresa being the weapon originated from. Because it was just that good. But both the battlesuit and the weapon have kind of fallen off for years. It's not like you can't use it. But if you care about meta and maximizing your performance in Abyss, then, you're kinda out of luck here unless you get more refined and mature tastes and stop being such a dedicated little lollipop. Just kidding. But seriously, if you main Valkyrie Pledge, you're either a Callan sim huffing on intense copium, or you really just only want to have fun. And you know what? I respect that. The latter, not the former. Sakuno Rondo. Sakuno Rondo. The thing that was forgotten about as quickly as it came. I'm not kidding. It gets a bit of attention in one of the numerous amounts of official Honkai manga, and then it's just...
It's gone.
Regardless, cute outfit. No surprise, this is the self-proclaimed world's #1 cutie after all. But a cute outfit won't exactly cut it when you're being overshadowed and outclassed by literally everyone and everything else that does a job as a fire damage dealer. I'm not kidding, even Flame Sakitama, another heavily outdated battlesuit, would probably outperform her. Seriously, this battlesuit would be sitting at one of the deepest tiers you'd see in one of those "How far does the iceberg go" videos. But okay, what does she actually say about the absolute madmen that still use her? Well, if you main Sakuno Rondo, you're just into the appearances of the battlesuits themselves. Screw functionality, screw damage, screw everything else. It's just your waifu and her tremendously cute looks. Hell, you're probably one of those people who would be sneaking through the jungle filled to the brim with soldiers who would shoot you on sight in a tuxedo. Moving on. Luna Kindred. And here we have Luna Kindred, doing the Captain-verse stuff years before the Captain-verse was even a thing. And by that, I mean being the Captain's original wife. Jokes and discussions about polygamy aside, what exactly does Luna Kindred have to offer? Well, she's a physical type Valkyrie, which should really be no surprise, considering she's a vampire and needs to get physical to suck your blood, you dumbass. Joking. Anyway, what I really meant to say is that she's a physical damage dealer. I don't exactly think I need to go over why exactly she just isn't used nowadays. Hell, Theresa is even outclassed in this field by herself, whose battlesuit I will be going over very, very soon. Regardless, what does it mean if you rely on Lunar Kindred a lot? Well, it means that, honestly, you're what the kids would call an OG, since you were probably there for a special event. And for that, you have my respect. If you're not an OG, then you just need to get checked out by a professional. Violet Executor. I legitimately have no idea what to say about her. I mean, she's probably the actual unironic equivalent to a close to extinct species. I honest to God wish I could crack a joke here. Actually, wait, I can. This. You see this right here?
Oh my god!
I don't need to make a joke here, that's just a joke in and out of itself. Well, I think you can already guess what I'm gonna say. If you main Violet Executor, like, do you not know what augments are, bro? Speaking of which, Twilight Paladin. Oh, now we're talking. Man, this battlesuit was so much fun back in the day. In my honest opinion, despite this battlesuit being an augment for Violet Executor, this is pretty much the default form for me with how good it is. There is literally zero reason to use the original suit over this one, which you should honestly expect from an augment, but Violet Executor's already piss poor popularity and rarity just make this effective fact even more apparent. Yeah, while she has unfortunately fallen off like all the rest, she was still really effective on release, at least from what my shoddy memory remembers, and she was really fun to use. Filling up that meter so you could just go ham on everything that moved was a pretty simplistic but thrilling experience. It really triggers your primal desires, which is actually pretty cool, considering the actual story reasons for a burst mode being pretty much the same exact concept. Really well done suit. And if you still use her to this day, well, no snide remark here. I salute you for that. Seriously, you're most likely using her just to have fun, and I can't exactly knock you down for it. Celestial Hymn. Oh my good lord, this battlesuit. This battlesuit lived through hell and back. It's been to so many places and survived through so many updates that it's insane. It was like something on your shoe that you can't wipe off. Celestial Hymn was like the Theresa battlesuit that mattered the most. And the main factor to that was her ability to impair enemies out on the field. And, just to remind you all, debuffs in this game is king. And nobody was really doing it like her. So of course, she survived through so many updates. But then, the leader of the Yata Brigade came into the picture, or professionally speaking, her Shriv Sentience Fuhua, finally dethroning this battlesuit after so long. Seriously, this battlesuit was added in version 2.2.3, and the Yata goddess herself only appeared in version 4.6. Do you not know how many versions that is? That's more than 20 updates to the game. And this game usually updates, like, what, once a month on average? But yeah, putting Yata to one side, at least for now. What does still using Celestial Hymn say about you? Well, it means that you only just got back to the game after years of inactivity, or the RNG gods just haven't graced you with Yata yet, so this is your only real choice. Still not a bad suit though. Starlit Astrologos. Oh my god, please step on me. Sorry, got distracted for a second there. Anyway, Starlit Astrologos, our final battlesuit that we'll be looking at today, or tonight, and the first of one of the captain's many unofficial wives in the so-called Captainverse. I know this is a bit out of the realm or norm for what I usually cover in these videos, but my god, such a great story event. I love her characterization, and how friggin' smug she can get. Seriously, it's the type of smug that makes her so much more endearing rather than just making her face seem, punchable. Great characterization and outfits aside, she is still really useful. I sure as hell still rely on her on my physical team. Seriously, what even is a greasy... Oh. Well, ain't she cute? But is she as cute as this? I think not! Seriously, she is still incredibly useful to me, and she still gets me to pretty solid places in Abyss. So, if you main Starlit Astrologos Theresa, you have great taste in everything. Designs, functionality, radiant smugness, she's got it all. Absolute dynamite. And there you folks have it. Every single Theresa battlesuit, and what they say about you, done. been a really long time, I'll admit. Yes, it's been 2 years. But just in case my previous video wasn't any prior indication, I've been making a comeback towards Honkai content. So yes, I'm really back, and I intend to finish this series I started. I'm not going to let it fall apart and be abandoned. So, look forward to our next guest in this lovely little series of mine. Who's it going to be? Fuhua? Seele? Durandal? Well, you'll just have to wait and find out, and hopefully not for another 2 years. With all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and that it was worth the wait for those who watched the previous episodes that long ago. Please let me know what you think, and if you're caught with how I approach covering Theresa compared to the main trio. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing what the other Valkyries say about you, then please do be sure to subscribe, and you'll get me dissing you and your waifu real soon, most likely. I'll hopefully catch you all in my next upload. So on that note, laters.